Which one do you think's gonna work first? Everyone, and welcome back. Today we are playing the spicy Grixis vampires list that was played and made by Ashlizzlle. I think she took it upon herself to make a Vein Ripper deck in standard after it did so well in the Pioneer Pro Tour by winning the whole thing. And I believe the Vein Ripper, Rakdos Vein Ripper, is the #1 meta game deck in Pioneer. I could be wrong. It might be Phoenix or something else like Rakdos midrange. But Vein Ripper finds its way into standard now with this deck list. It's very cool. I had a lot of fun playing it. I don't have a whole lot of time myself right now, so I kind of went and looked for a list, and a link to her video of playing this list will be in the description instead of a way to find the deck list. It'll just go right to her video, so you can check her out as well. Very, very good at content. Okay, I go first. Very cool. Keep. Start off in the Xander's Lounge that won't go on the battlefield for some reason. Shocker. I queue in the best of 1 for 1 game since playing best of 3 for a couple of days, and I'm already... Oh, it's not Boros Convoke. Never mind. I'm a liar. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care about any of this. I do. Just bat me, I guess. I have no idea. We're up against Orzhov Life Gain. It's interesting. Are you Amelia or batting? They're gonna bat because they don't care. Why play Amelia and get value? I just want to look at my opponent's hand, touch their cards, touch their things. We're gonna Haunted Ridge and obviously play a Preacher here. Then someday maybe get to this Vein Ripper. Be interesting if we ever get there, but you never know. I guess playing Amelia is not bad because then you get to do the thing. Play a Preacher, numerate Uno. They don't know about the others. Brother, no attack. Please relax. Which is good, but giving them the free removal spell does not seem that great to me. But this should be Amelia plus play the bat, and then they'll gain a ton of life, and Amelia will get a lot of value. Here's a Case. I would imagine they leave Case on top. Really? I guess. And they're not discarding it there. I don't know. I couldn't imagine keeping that on top, but I'm not them. So attacking here, making a lifelinker, because why not? Honestly, the coolest part would be if this Amelia triggers, if they're letting damage go through. If this Amelia triggers and blows up the board, but I have a Vein Ripper in play, it'd be so sick, because then they would die. This is 16 damage on the board with a Vein Ripper in play if everything died, which is kind of funny, but not at the same time. I'll make. Here's actually the only real issue that we're going to run into here is the fact that all their creatures have flying. Sure. No. I'm not liking the fact that they also have a throw it in the grave. Why would you not throw it in the yard? It is like you could play it from the graveyard. I don't know. Play bet. I'll grab this Gix. Swing both of these. 3 creatures, right? If 2 or more creatures attack, the opponent loses 3 life and you draw a card. I'll attack with 1. Now they have this card on top. You don't get a Gix. They gain a lot of life here, so Amelia can draw a lot of lands. But I wonder what they'll see on top. Land. Ooh. That's tough. That is tough. Do I rip the land here or not? I don't know. Nope. Yep. Ooh, that's pretty good. Creatures you control with power 2 or less cannot be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. An ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers. That ability happens an additional time. Okay. I could remove this. Kind of attack with quite a bit of stuff here. At some point, I need to kind of like lower their life total. But then I'll lose 3. They'll draw a card and they'll draw that Delaney. I guess I can just remove this. Delaney can happen, I suppose. One of these will get freely chumped, but I'll make 2 more in reserve. Really just setting up for a Vein Ripper turn. On the 16, I go up to 18. Delaney comes in. Oh, we're going to gain a lot of life here because these will happen twice. Then the case will happen, I think. That happens on end steps. I can't really do anything right here. $20 counters, or is it 20 power? It's power, so it needs 18 counters. All right, let's do some math. Not really even math, I guess, per se. Get these in there. Blocking actually hurts them more than if they didn't block. Because now they're going to lose 4 more life. And I'm going to gain 2 more life. Instead, if they would have just let it go through, it would have been not near as bad. Okay. So far, so good. This card's just not going to do enough. Now, don't get me wrong. Amelia could happen. And then we'll win in the sickest way possible. Which, God, I really hope that's what they're going for. Will they get there? They'll actually get there and die to this. If they're not thinking, this Vein Ripper will kill everything. It will kill them. Please. Please. Please do it. I want this to happen so bad. This is such an awkward spot in which Vein Ripper is actually just lethal in general. Sure. Yeah. You're playing it now? Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Which one do you think's gonna work first? They gain all this life, but they lose all the life first. There are 25 things on the stack. What in the world is happening? Well, you know, sometimes you gotta let Vein Ripper dance. And this is just one of those times. Wow, we went all the way up to 44. Holy, and we weren't even done. That's crazy. That's insane. I don't even think they thought about it that way. I don't think they thought if all the creatures were going to die. They probably thought it was a 1 or more kind of effect, where if like 1 or more died, so it would only trigger once, but instead it triggered a ton. Go first. Our hand's very good outside of like the Vein Ripper being in the opener again. I'll try them right away. Play Cliffs immediately after. Ah, here's the Convoke player. I knew it couldn't be too long before I ran into Convoke, you know? Alright, listen. As much as I'll enjoy this, I would like to draw lands. What? You're playing Convoke, but you put no witnesses in your deck? Why? What a weird thing to put in your deck. Why are you playing the board wipe? What? This is just like the mirror attack, I suppose. The other thing that's really awkward for them is, oh, we hit a land. That's fantastic. Do I even have a card? Not really. I don't have a creature yet. Is these Deep Cavern Bats will actually kind of help tempo this out. No witnesses? Sure, man. Now it's like actually a good card for them. Because if they hit land and land, they'll actually be able to blow up the board and they'll get the token producer back plus a Gleeful Demolition. I'll draw pretty well, I would say. I'd say that's a pretty good draw. They're cycling that away. Sure. Feels like a weird time to do that. So I draw a land. Sick. That's the one treating me like the good boy I am. Or the bad boy. Kind of depends. Depends what side you're on. Oh, Mirix. Definitely a double attack here. Slowly keeping pace. What'd you draw? Ooh, that's a good one. That is indeed a good one. There's nothing under it, but I'm gonna take the damage regardless. Alright, well, now we gotta survive one turn. Maybe 2 turns. Have to take the cavern. We have to ensure the land drop. We'll name Vampire. We'll pass here. We hope they attack and then just recommit everything to the board. As long as this isn't... Alright, not Immodanes, so we're good. I'm so ready for an Immodanes to be made. But sure. What are you going to do here? Are you scrying? Huh? Weird enough decision. Alright. Do we think we can bait them into doing it? Oh no. Look, opponent, I'm scared. I'm only full blocking like that to just pretend that I'm completely terrified. Sure. And now they can scry, Gleeful Demolition, and scry again. And then my Gix command gets all the value in the world. This is exactly what we wanted. Left on top. You draw the card on top? What? Why? Why was that your play? Oh, now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. That was such a whack play. What? They can make a Mirix token too. I can't believe that was their play. Set them to 10. Because now they have to like make a Mirix token plus Gleeful Demolition it. Which they just do it on main phase because why do it anywhere else? Can I rip a land? No, I cannot. But I can maybe do similar things. Nope, we'll just wait. We don't know if Immodanes is coming anytime soon. Put Virtue in your deck. My opponent's making me sick. What do I have in here? I have a Vein Ripper already in there. Oh, that's so much better. Pass, block. Here. Discard. We draw a land, we have lethal. Sick. Vampire. Cool. We'd like to go to ours. Vein Ripper, Vein Ripper. Attack. And the way that this works, even if they survived, we have 2 Vein Rippers in play. So they get sacrificed at the end step, I believe. It has to be sacrificed. The exile doesn't work, I believe. They gain haste, sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. So these would both get sacrificed and they would see you both leave. So they would actually also drain for 8 damage in total, counting itself plus the one it saw, and then Vein Ripper would do it the opposite way as well. Mulligan. This is like a lot more fine. I'll keep. We are on the draw, so most likely the creature will be tapped so we can get value out of push / pool here. Alright, they play tap land. I played tap land. And I'm playing these is making me so jealous, by the way. As a person who's been playing Jeskai Control, it's like really sad for me not to be able to actually play them. They curate, they surveil 2, draw a card, I take a look. They are combo deck. I just take a Squirmy. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. If it actually gets to the point that they put too many big things in there, I can actually pull and just rip their cards and then kill them with them, which is kind of funny to say the least. With the combat, we know their hand besides one card. They probably have something like an Otherworldly Gaze or another Curate, which is an instant speed spell that they cast on their main phase last time. Interesting. Here we go. I draft Bolus. What is your plan? Can I hit you? I strike. You're Besageing me? Yeah, man. It's fine. Go grab another Triumph, I guess. Not bad. I guess that was a big mistake by me. I should have played my Epicure first. I wasn't ready for that. I feel like that Besage play was kind of loose, you know? Alright, what do we do? Game. If I just cycle this and just start hitting them. I guess I can... I'm not waiting. I'm gonna keep going. Go. Cut down is obviously gonna get cycled away here too. You finally find a way to put cards in your graveyard? No? Okay. I also missed a land. Very, very sick. Turns out when they don't have the Saga on turn 2, that deck's a lot weaker. Kind of cool for us. Very cool for us. All right, cool. We can start. Recap. I think it's one of the first times going first. Not what I'm trying to do. Thank you. I'm gonna just take the chance that, based on meta, that this is just Convoke, and I'm just gonna play my 3-2. I lied. It's Angels. Now I'm horrified. You hit land. Let's take a gander here real quick. See what we got up in the trunk here. Ooh, Lightning Helix is good. I have to kind of take Lightning Helix here. And then probably just sack and get rid of this. Call it a day. And they'll play a Resplendent Angel. It's tough. Means I can't really attack. When this enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards and draw that many cards +1 at the beginning of your end step. If you descended this turn, put a lore counter on it. I think makes a lot of sense. Need to hit land. Corpse Appraiser just looks at 3 cards, plus is another threat, so I'm actually just going to play a Corpse Appraiser here. I'm going to get rid of their Giada. Going to grab this Haunted Ridge. And I'll play Haunted Ridge. Then I'll just pass here. And then next turn, if I hit land naturally, I can then Deep Cavern Bat or push or whatever, or play Corpse Appraiser, Deep Cavern Bat or push. When it's turn faced up, doesn't matter. When it leaves the battlefield, return the exile. Okay. So it matters in that retrospect, but right now it doesn't. And they're kind of flooding, so we definitely have some time to do some stuff. This is word 2. Sure. Do this. We'll pay. Pay the ward as well. Just get it off the battlefield for us. Then we'll attack. Kind of doing pretty much the same thing. Our lives are now equal. They've had to either hit like a good spell with these last 2 cards, in which we will then bat them. The other thing is with Corpse Appraiser, I need to pay attention a little bit to what creatures I do if they have multiple. Because exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. So I can choose my own and get rid of something like a Voldarian Epicure instead of getting rid of this in case I need to pull creatures out and use them with haste. I'd much rather have this bigger creature in the yard as a return target. Obviously, Giada is good, but not like as good as this 4/2 with haste would be. They play another Cavern. Or that card. And that card's also good. That card also has Vigilance. That's tough. Tough call. vampire. This bat is probably just gonna have to take a chrome dome to the zone, brone, you know. Let's corpse praiser. We could find a removal spell for Aurelia. We're gonna go on our graveyard, like we said. We're gonna get rid of Epic here. Ow. Could do land here. What are they at? They're at 16. That's 4. No, doesn't really work. Huh. I'm gonna grab land, I think. Then I'm going to bat away. The bat went that away. Got some answers here. Now we'll pass. This could obviously attack, but they get a free block. Also, attacking with too many creatures drains me for more. Angel. 7. Can push that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that all that works. I'm not giving them lightning helix back for free. Yeah. I probably should have just removed that instead of looking at their hand. I just thought it made more sense. Now I can't survive this turn without removing this. I can't survive anyway, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think I messed up somewhere. I mean, I definitely did, but either way, we'll concede. Okay, so here we are. We are playing vampires. I think this is Ashlizzle's list. I've seen vampires run around for a while, especially when Vein Ripper kind of became popular in Pioneer as it won the Pro Tour. Not the World, right? I think it's just the Pro Tour, because there is Worlds and Pro Tour, I think. I could be wrong about that. But either way, Vein Ripper ends up winning that. And so we're like, well, how do we get this card to actually be good in Standard? Well, you play other vampires. You actually just lean into the archetype and you just hard play it on 6, or use a card like the Push and Pull where we can use it as a removal spell and then rip them back out and use them as a haster. And as we saw in one game, swinging 12 over the top when they die, they also drain for 8 is a ton. Plus we gain 8 as well in terms of life. So it's very good in that retrospect. But outside of that, I think the deck's just solid. It fits the general description of where this removal package is kind of the same. You have another 1-drop to go with it. In other decks, this is a Spyglass, or these are extra like 1-drop creatures as well. Sometimes these won't be here. They'll be fitted into the 3-mana slot depending. And then we have 8 2-mana spells outside of the removal as well in terms of value creatures. Deep Cavern Bat, like Golgari, plays 8 creatures in this slot. Other decks play 8 creatures in this slot. And then the 3-drops is where you kind of ramp up on the amount of creatures and value cards you start playing for a lot of the mid-range decks. This deck does go a little bit more over the top than that, so you'll find out that a lot more heavy cards are at the top end here instead of in this area. But it just fits the normal description, and this deck calls back to kind of how strong Grixis was in the past. It is a little bit lackluster in comparison to how good that deck used to be, because there'd be 4 Fabled Mirror Breakers in here. Of course, like, this is a non-legendary creature. Making a copy of this with the Fable would be absolutely ludicrous. It'd be free discards and treasures and things like that to get to play it early. That's why Fable is gone, because it has to be. But outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed. I had a wonderful time playing the list. And if you have any suggestions in the future, because Standard right now is a very fun format. Don't hint the sarcasm. It's just stale, pretty much. It's like the same stuff over and over again. And I keep finding myself going back to the same decks because everybody's got a 75 that's pristine, clean, and no bad cards in it. So it gets hard to keep up with some of them. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed. I know it's a bit shorter. I'm a bit busy right now with actual work. So outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.